Today, we are going to learn how to multiply decimals using pictures. Don't worry, this is not hard math. It is just a picture showing parts of a whole. Look at this square. Take a look at the first square. This square is one whole. This is one whole. When it is divided into 10 equal parts, then each part is 1/10 or 0.1. So this part here is 1/10. This part is 1/10. This is 1/10. So each part is 1/10. And when we now divide it into 100 tiny squares, each part becomes 100. That is 0.01. When you divide one whole into 10, each part becomes 1/10. And when you divide each part into 100, each small square becomes 100. So decimals are just parts of a whole. Whenever you come across decimal, just know that it is part of a whole, because this now is a part of this whole. This side is a part of this whole. So now imagine this square is a Minecraft floor made of 100 blocks. If I shade 30 blocks, let me shade 30 blocks. If I shade 30 blocks, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, up to this place. This is 10. So let's shade another 10. This is another 10, and this is 30. So if I shade 30 blocks now, if I shade 30 blocks, that means I have shaded 30 out of 100 blocks, and that means 30 over 100, and this becomes 0.30, or we say 30 hundredths. So this becomes 30 hundredths. And at the same time, 0.30 is the same thing as 0.3, because the decimals after, the zeros after whole numbers after the decimal can be skipped. So you either call it 30 hundredths or 3/10. 3/10 is the same thing as 30 hundredths. So if I shade 30 small boxes, that means 30 out of 100, and that is 30 hundredths or 3/10. This is like counting blocks on the floor. Now, let's answer this question together. This question says 0.3 times 0.4, that is 3/10. 3/10 times 4/10. So how do we multiply this? To answer this type of question, all you have to do is to shade one vertically and then shade the other one horizontally. That is, shade one like this and then shade the other one like this. Then we count the points where they meet. Let's do this together. So this is 0.3. So that means this is 1/10. From up to down here is 1/10. When we take the second one, it becomes 2/10. When we take the third one, it becomes 3/10. So this, let's shade this like this. This is 3/10. This is 3/10. This is 3/10. And now let's move to the second decimal that we want to use to multiply. Let's take another color for it to be easier for us to locate. Now the second one is 4/10. This time around we will be shading the tenth from top like this down like this. So we count 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll be shading like this all to this point, because from the beginning to the end is 1/10. So 4/10, 4/10, this is 4/10. Now for us to know the answer to 3/10 times 4/10, all we have to do is to look at the boxes where both colors meet. Now let's count the boxes where we have both red and green, and these are the boxes where we have both red and green. So how many boxes do we have in there? So let's count together. Here we have 1, we have 1, 2. Okay, let's use another color so that we can count easily. So this will be 1 box. This is 2. This is 3 boxes. We have 4 like this. It becomes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 boxes with both red and green color. So that means we have 12 out of 100. And that means we have 0 and 12 hundredths. So that means 0 and 3/10. That means 0 and 3/10 times 0 and 4/10 gives 0 and 12 hundredths. This means we are finding a part of a part. Now, 0.3 is a part, 0.4 is another part. So multiplying them means we are finding a part. We are finding a part of a part. We are finding a part of a part. So that is when we are multiplying two decimals. Think about a Roblox health bar. If your health is at 75%, this is your health, it is at 75%, and you lose 25%. If you lose 25% of that health, you do not lose everything, right? You only lose a small part. That means you lose a part of a part, because 75% is a part of 100%. 100% is the whole. So 75% is a part of 100. Now, if you lose 25 more percent, that means you are losing a part of a part. So that is what decimal is about. So 75% is the same thing as 75 hundredths times, when you now lose another part, that means you are multiplying it by 25 hundredths. So losing part of what you already have, that is what decimal is all about. Now, the big idea is that multiplying decimals means taking a part of a part. Like I explained earlier, multiplying decimal means taking a part of a part. You are taking a part of a part. You have a full bowl of milk, and you have taken a part of that milk in the morning. Let's say you've taken a part. Let's say you took this part in the morning. Then you come back in the afternoon to take another part. You know that the remaining, what you have left here is not a whole anymore. It is a part. Then you now come in the afternoon to take a part of that part. So that is what multiplying by decimal means. And if both decimals are less than 1, that is, if they are 0 and anything, maybe 0 and something tenths or 0 and something hundredths, the answer is always smaller. Just like we have here, you know that when we multiply 0 and 3 by 0 and 4, we got 0 and 12 hundredths. And when you look at this shape here, you see that the parts we multiplied are bigger than the answer we got. The answer is always smaller when you are multiplying by decimals that are less than 1. Now it's your turn. Multiply using this model. Multiply 0 and 7/10 by 0 and 8/10. Multiply 0 and 7/10 by 0 and 8/10. If you shade your answer and it is bigger than the question, just so that you've gotten a wrong answer, your answer, the shaded part, must be smaller than the question. So now, this is another one. Based on this model, what is the product of 0 and 6/10 times 0 and 3/10? Look at this model. What is their product? This is 0 and 6/10. The yellow part is 0 and 6/10, and the blue part is 0 and 3/10. So what is their product? Another one, which multiplication is correct for this model? Which of these options is correct? Which one is correct for this model? Now another one, which multiplication could represent this? Look at the options and look at the model. Which multiplication could represent this? And that will be all. If you learn anything from this video, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know if there is anything you want me to explain in the next class. See you in the next video.